It's Kiss right here on your classic metal show with Burn, Bitch, Burn. I don't think Kiss is very sensitive in their music writing.
Maybe they should rethink that and take it off the album.
I think they should. I think it should be censored. I think that Kiss should be banned from performing live in the U.S. anymore.
How many songs would Kiss have left if they took all their songs about fucking away?
Not many.
They'd have, what, Forever?
Yeah.
Beth?
God Gave Rock and Roll to You?
Yeah, they'd have a handful of fucking shitty B-sides.
Right.
That would be it.
I just don't think they're very sensitive when it comes to women's issues.
Well, Gene, he's not sensitive to it even in interviews. He just doesn't give a fuck. And I love that about him.
Well, it bothers me. I have a conscience about these kind of things, and it bothers me.
I'll bet you're very bothered by it.
I am. I'm very bothered by it.
Well, man.
I'm reconsidering, going through the CMS music catalog here and probably getting rid of a lot of it because it just doesn't match with the way that I think today.
And here comes another one from Stripers. That's all we have left.
Yeah, I'm become more enlightened today and realize the error of my ways enjoying misogynistic music.
That's right.
And I'm thinking about, getting rid of some of this stuff. And I'm not going to sell it on eBay and make a profit off of other people's debauchery. I'm going to take the former Mrs. Aiken route and just crush it up and throw it away just so no one else can have it either.
Well, nobody needs to hear it. It's filth.
It is.
It's filth. But yeah, I could just see the show playing a little bit of Striper, maybe a little Bloodgood, a little Petra. Get all the classics out. That'd be great.
Of course.
That would be terrible. We should do that one night. Just try to play all songs that are safe.
Yes.
See what we come up with. I'll bet it would suck.
It's bothersome that these guys would sing that way and talk that derogatory about women.
Yeah, it's real bothersome, all right.
Well, speaking of Kiss, I'm sure if you have been living under a rock, you were not aware that supposedly that Kiss has announced they will embark on their farewell tour.
Oh, boy. I'm saving up my nickels now to go.
Yeah, during an appearance on America's Got Talent. What were they doing on there?
Who knows? I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to go look.
I guess you missed the subtle joke there.
Oh, I get it. All right. A little slow.
Season 13 final earlier tonight, Wednesday, that was September 19th, this past Wednesday. Kiss confirmed that would embark on its farewell tour, dubbed One Last Kiss, End of the Road Tour.
Yippee. And let me guess, and the Kiss people went wild.
I have no idea.
I can tell you for a fact that they did.
Yeah.
They were lighting up social media with the sharing the memes from the Kiss website that Kiss was doing it one last time. Just yuck. Fuck that, dude. Do they not hear the video that's on YouTube of how bad they sound?
Well, that's kind of where I was going to go with that. It's just like, can Paul Stanley, as bad as he is now, will he be able to ride out a farewell tour, which I think it's supposed to last like 3 years or something like that?
Oh, jeez. Warm up the backing tracks, folks.
Yeah.
Don't you think he'll have to use backing tracks?
Yeah, I don't know if he's got the wherewithal to, last out 3 years of touring.
Maybe they'll grab the guys from Mr. Speed or something, have them behind the curtain just singing the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul. Oh, can you imagine what that's going to sound like 2 years down the road?
Yeah, especially with Gene actually calling him out about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine that's separate buses, you think?
I don't know.
Gotta think at this point they don't take the same buses, don't you? I mean, I can't imagine.
Well, assuming they have buses, I would imagine that they fly in everywhere they go.
You think they just charter? Well, Gene probably owns a plane. They probably just plane.
Yeah, I can't imagine them traveling on a bus.
Yeah, that's true. They're roadies. They pack their roadies in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
A 53-footer. Don't even give him a cot. Here, sit in here.
The news was delivered in trademark larger than life Kiss style with a blistering performance of Detroit Rock City.
Oh, brother.
Proving why the band is known as one of the most iconic live performances that simply can't be missed.
Okay.
I wonder who wrote that.
Some publicist. Who's their guy? Doc McGee?
Doc McGee, yeah, he's their manager.
I'm sure he approved that statement. Whoever the publicist is, I'm sure he approved it.
Well, Doc McGee is afraid of Eddie Trunk, so...
Yeah, so we know Eddie didn't write it.
Exactly. Kiss frontman Paul Stanley said, "This is going to be our last tour until the next one."
Didn't they say that in 1996?
I think so.
Farewell.
"It will be the most explosive, biggest show ever done. People who love us, come see us."
How about if you do a smaller show but actually sound good?
Yeah.
That might be nice.
"If you've never seen us, this is the time. This will be the show."
Yeah, no, it won't.
Kiss added in a statement, "All that we have built and all that we have conquered over the past 4 decades could never have happened without the millions of people worldwide who've filled the clubs, arenas, and stadiums over the years. This will be the ultimate celebration of those who've seen us and a last chance for those who haven't.
Okay.
Kiss Army, we're saying goodbye on a final tour with our biggest show yet, and we'll go out the same way we came in. Unapologetic and unstoppable."
Wow.
Unapologetic.
They're not going to apologize for shit, man.
Yeah, pal.
Here's another one that the liberals hate. Here's "Let's put the X in sex." And we're not apologizing for it.
Right. Gene Simmons recently told Sweden's Expressen newspaper that Kiss's next tour will last 3 years.
Jesus.
Calling it the band's most spectacular tour ever.
Mm-hmm.
The bassist vocalist added that the trek will make stops in all the continents.
It's great.
Rumors of Kiss's final run of live shows gained strength several months ago following the news that the band was attempting to trademark the phrase, "the end of the road."
Mm-hmm.
An application from Kiss was filed in February to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which means that the band could use it in connection with live performances by a musical band.
Yeah, but then Vinnie Vincent stepped in and stopped the cult.
As most fans remember, back in 2000 and 2001, Kiss already performed a farewell tour. The trek, which was the last to feature drummer Peter Criss, played 142 shows over 5 legs covering North America, Japan, and Australia. Stanley later said that the 2000 tour was nothing more than an attempt by the group to put Kiss out of its misery after years of ego clashes and disagreements over songwriting credits between the band's original members.
Mm-hmm.
The farewell tour was to get off the stage with our tails between our legs while we still had some self-respect left, Gene said. And it became very clear the fans did not want us to go.
Bullshit. Who made that clear? How was that made clear?
Well, because somebody in the parking lot said, "Gene, you're really not quitting, are you?"
Yeah. They saw a bunch of guys like Red with the fucking Kiss tattoos on their legs. They're like, "We can't let this guy down."
Right.
Can't do it.
Gene said in a 2017 interview that Kiss had a few more years left before it would call it quits. He told Glasgow Live, "We're the hardest working band in show business.
Are you?
I wear over 40 pounds of studs and armor and all that stuff, 7-inch platform heels, Spitfire, and have to fly through the air and do all that stuff. In hindsight, it would have been smarter to be a U2 band or the Rolling Stones and wear some sneakers and a T-shirt. You're more comfortable that way."
Yeah, except they didn't have the talent to back that.
Right.
That's why they had to wear all that bullshit, because they didn't have the talent.
But no, we had to do it the hard way.
My God.
So we're not going to be able to do it into our 70s, and I'm 67 now, he explained.
Okay.
We'll do it for a few more years, and then when we think it's time to go, and we'll do it the right way with a big party. I'd like to think that we would do something that rocks the planet, something big and worldwide and maybe free. I doubt that.
Free?
That's what he said.
Free for who?
Earlier this year, Stanley said that he wasn't sure about the idea of Kiss coming to an end. We've built something that's so iconic, and I think that it transcends any of the members, so I can certainly see me not being there seriously. He also spoke about reasons for wanting to spend less time on the road. I don't want to go leave home, he said. I have a family and I have children, and honestly, I think my primary responsibility is to be a dad.
Ooh,
and I don't want to miss out on that. And certainly, as we get older, we know that life is infinite, and I pick and choose what I want to do at this point.
Mm-hmm. So then why is he doing this fucking tour when he obviously can't perform?
I don't know. So there you are. So if you're a Kiss fanatic, this supposedly is the last round.
Free ticket, you going?
No.
Not even with a free one?
Depends on where it's at.
Allstate.
Boy, I'd have to really think about it. Just sitting here going through my mind the hassle of just going.
Is the traffic that bad that if your option was to never see Kiss again, it's still a question?
Well, you know what? I made the statement this week, and I don't know what it is about the Chicagoland area. I would rather drive on the 405 in LA than drive in traffic in Chicago.
Okay.
It sucks.
What's the distance difference for you between downtown Chicago, or not distance, but drive time? Because I know that the distance is different, but the drive time between Indianapolis and Chicago.
Well, the distance from Indianapolis for me is 135 miles.
Okay.
So that takes me about an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay. And to go to Allstate?
To go to Allstate, depending on the time of the day.
It would be the 7 o'clock at night.
Okay. It could be an hour and 45 minutes.
So it's basically the same.
Yeah, time-wise, yeah.
Would you go see it at whatever the venue is in Indianapolis?
Maybe.
Does that have more or less potential than seeing it in Chicago?
Well, if I went to Indianapolis, I would have to probably stay the night. If I go to Allstate, I would, more than likely go home.
Oh, if it takes the same amount of time, why would that change?
I don't know. It's just the drive. I don't know. I don't know the reason.
Just because you should stay, you're just not wired to drive home from Indianapolis.
I guess that's what it is.
That's funny. I mean, I get why. Who the fuck wants to stay in downtown Chicago? You might die.
Yeah, well, this is out the western portion of the city, so it's actually not downtown Allstate Arena, but
yeah, but cutting across there is a bitch.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That highway that's always jacked up.
Yep.
Ugh, fuck that.
I agree. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Kill, fellas. Dan from Ohio.
Well, I hope you have something good to share this week, Dan. Don't flame out on us. Go ahead.
I do. I want to apologize for last week if I came across goofy, but I wasn't trying to mock your show or anything like that.
All right. Well,
my question is,
step it up. Step it up. Let's go.
What kind of contingency plan do you suppose they have for Paul Stanley's voice? I mean, because they're not stupid and they're not deaf. Like, first of all, no stage banner, different set list? I mean, do you think Paul Stanley would ever stoop so low as to lip sync?
Yes. Absolutely he would. I think he absolutely would. Don't you, Neely?
I do.
Yeah.
I think that he would lip sync, but if, and this is a big if, and I don't know this to be any factual to this, but if this tour is supposed to start next year, I would hope that maybe he's in some kind of vocal therapy at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm with Chris that I would not put it past them to lip sync.
I wouldn't put anything past them. I wouldn't put them putting a hologram of Paul out there.
Well, if they're going to take all these people's money, they have to have a safety net of some sort.
What, do you think they have integrity when it comes to money? Are you kidding me?
I would hope so. I
don't
read
think
Paul
so.
Stanley's book, and I want to believe that he does, because not only did I read his book, but I listened to him read it, an audiobook, and I wanted to believe it because there was a lot of things in there that actually humanized the man. And yeah, I've heard the footage of him singing it, and it's horrible. And I just wondered if, they have to have a safety net, and if lip syncing's it, then it's a shame. It really is.
Okay. It'll shock me none if Jeff Scott Soto disappears for 3 years.
Singing behind a curtain?
Yeah, he'll be sitting behind that Kiss curtain.
Oh, shoot, I hear the manager coming. Hey, thanks, guys. I just wanted to ask a logical question. Thank you.
Hail and kill.
Hail kill. Bye.
All right, there goes Dan from Ohio.
There you go.
New fan.
Yeah, he likes to call.
He does. All right. Well,
let me give Dan a constructive piece of criticism. Never apologize. Never, no matter how bad your call was last week, pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
Do not apologize.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't call you last week.
Yep. I didn't hammer you because you're a new caller, Dan. But if you call back again and you say, I'm sorry for whatever, you're going to get destroyed.
Right.
So no apologies. Thank you.
All right. Hail and kill caller. You're on the air.
You've expressed, and I agree with you about Kiss, terrible, and that you wouldn't go if it was free, Neely. But let me ask you this: I've followed CMS for a while, and I really feel like you guys just keep growing. The chat room's busier than ever. Your downloads are insane. So you maybe get approached in a 3-year tour for some press. So my question is, will you guys, if asked, do interviews with them?
Yeah, I would.
And I want to hang up and listen.
I'd have no problem doing an interview with Kiss. Why not?
Yeah, why not? We have no baggage against them.
Yeah.
I would.
I would. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we'll interview, and the truth of the matter is, for interviews, we will interview anybody, whether we like them or not. We've interviewed Rex Brown, and I've made that very clear. I don't like Rex. We'll interview whoever.
I'll be honest with you. I've got nothing against Kiss. I enjoy listening to Kiss. I just think sometimes when it comes to this overblown persona, and I get it, it's all part of the business. It's all part of the show business and keeping the hype and all, but it gets ridiculous.
Oh, and I think a big part of it is the fans of Kiss are such uber fan. There's no average fans of Kiss, I don't think. I think you and I are like the two average fans of Kiss.
Yeah.
Where they're okay. Don't hate any of it. Honestly, I don't hate any of Kiss's music. I
don't either.
But I don't love there's not one song I would point to and say, man, I couldn't go on if I don't hear that song ever again. I don't have that fandom for that band. And that's rare. But with any interview, man, we've interviewed plenty of bands that we don't necessarily like. And we'll interview, like I'm going to interview KK Downing on Tuesday. And not that I don't like KK, I love KK, but I don't like a lot of the shit that KK is spewing right now, on the, about Priest and whatever. He's really airing a lot of dirty laundry that should, in my opinion, should be left alone. And I'm certainly going to ask him it. Just because I'm a fan of Judas Priest doesn't mean that I'm going to go into it and be all soft and be like, so you got a new book out. That's fucking great, dude. I wish you were back in the band. We don't do that. That's not what we do. And like even with Gene, if we had Gene Simmons on the show, and I've interviewed Gene before, but if we had Gene on the show, we would try to ask him hard questions, which he, of course, would immediately dodge and turn it into some kind of sales promotion for Kiss whatever. That's what he does. But, dude, why would we not interview him?
Yeah, I would. I met Gene last year. I met him last June.
Yeah, we would interview Thayer.
Of course.
That would be the get.
Of course it would.
If we interviewed Thayer, I'm going to try and get that, and then I'm going to have Jim here to see if he'll really back his play. They're retiring anyway, so if they don't do interviews with us again, who cares?
Yeah, and Tommy can go back play with Black and Blue.
Yeah. Dude, do you think Jim would step up or no?
It's hard to say.
If I brought Jim into the studio and we had him on the phone, do you think Jim would be like, "You fucking suck"?
Hard to say.